The 2010 Night of Memories, and so far it's been a heck of a success just from the autographs that were signed. Don Mattingly joins us, and boy, this Cardinal flavor has really helped out in 2010.
It has, and it's been really enjoyable. Like you said, a lot of autographs, and I'm having a great time right now. Wish we wouldn't have to open the curtains because I'm listening to Bob tell stories here right now, and it's probably one of the best parts of the whole night.
Bob Gibson, a true legend. Just looking at his numbers, I mean, he never even needed a reliever ever.
He didn't like him. It didn't sound like, talking to Joe and Bob are good friends, and he's always telling Bob stories. I'm getting to hear a few of them out of his own lips right now, so it's fun.
How could you step in the batter's box against Bob Gibson if you played in his time?
Well, you know what? You got to take them all on. You face the guys like Clemens and the guys that would pitch inside, and I think as a player, really, you just got to compete. At some point, you have respect for the guy, but if you don't get in there and battle with him, then he has no respect for you. So you have to get out there and compete with him and show him that you're not going to be afraid, and he's going to have to make good pitches to get you out. You're not going to give in to him.
You mentioned Clemens, but who would have been that pitcher for you that kind of amped you up when you knew that he was on the mound?
Well, a lot of guys. Clemens is one of those guys you face. You know he's going to challenge you. He was a guy that came after you with fastball. He's one of the few guys early on when I was going really good that would kind of say, hey, let's go. And really challenge you with a fastball. Randy Johnson was another guy that always, his stuff was so good that you better be ready to play or he's gonna embarrass you.
Now, when Roger did come after you like that, how did you fare against him?
I was okay with him. He got his share of success. Never really hurt him anyway, but I feel like I got my hits.
Talk about giving back against the community and raising over $1 million so far.
Well, it's just a good feeling, and again, a lot of the people behind the scenes doing a lot of work. Again, getting Bob this year, the people we've had, Steve Carlton, Yogi, Harmon Killebrew, we go on and on here, Brooks Robinson, just the array of people. But you know what, just looking around here, it's really cool to watch, the Benties of the world, and Jamie and Barmas and Andy Bennis, and guys that have having success, have had success that are here now, been kind of getting to show themselves in the big leagues, and now young guys coming, and it's really cool to see the young guys show the way, and to get to see these guys. I know myself, and I've talked about it before, I watched Bob Greasy, and he opened the door in my eyes to thinking I could play somewhere other than here. And, it feels good to see all these young guys, still moving and shaking up through the minor leagues. And it's just a great feeling.
Why is Evansville so successful bringing out baseball players? There's great facilities, great coaching. Is it just in the blood here?
I don't know what it is, but I think you get guys that show the way, that have had success and open your eyes to that we can go farther than here. I think there's good coaching in this area. I really feel like baseball is a tough sport, and you don't think of it as tough. You look at football as being a tough sport. Baseball is a mentally tough sport, and you got to work hard. And it's not always the guy that's the most talented that really ends up doing well. It's that guy that's not afraid to compete every day, that will continually come out and go to work for you over 162 games. Those are the guys you win with. And you got to have X talent, no question about that. But there's a work ethic involved with baseball, and it's a day-to-day grind that people don't understand. And you have that here. You people that go to work, and these guys here, you see hard-working guys. I think it's been the thread that kind of goes through these guys. I see Barmas, I see Jamie, I've seen Andy Bennis. I've seen these guys through the major leagues and minor leagues. There's that thread of hard work, and it's something that you can't replace.
Is that why you guys went after Jamie? And I asked him if you were his boss now. He kind of joked about that. He said, ask me that next year.
We've been talking about him for a couple of years. It's funny because Jamie's a perfect National League player. We always looked at him as a guy that could play short, he can play third, he can play second, he can play the outfield. He's been a good pinch hitter. He's a guy that doesn't complain. He's been a role player, and he's perfect for the National League. You use so many players. He's that perfect guy. Usually, if you got a couple of guys like him on your club, you really like that because you want guys that can play multiple positions, and he's a perfect guy.
And finally, what is it going to take? Get past the Phillies and go ahead and take that next step?
Well, you know what? The Phillies are tough, and I'll tell you what, they're a ball club that they're a confident team. And they're just tough. They're a good club with good offense. They got good position players. we're going to have to outpitch them, to be honest with you. We're going to have to be able to shut them down. But we can't think to the Phillies. We got San Francisco has gotten better. The teams that we're going to have to beat in the playoffs, if we're fortunate enough to get by the Rockies with Clinton, they had a great club late in the year. So we're going to have our hands full, and we got our club back. It's pretty much the same team. We're going to have to play well, stay healthy, have a little bit of luck, and it's going to be tough.
All right, thanks a lot, Don. Let's hope raise a lot of money tonight.
All right, thanks.
That's Don Mattingly reporting from here at the Vanderbilt County 4-H Center. Lance Wilkerson, News 25 Sports.